Okay, so good morning.
Morning.
You're welcome to C. So I just want to ask you a few questions, as a young person on mental
Please.
health.
Sure.
What's your name?
I'm Candy Salali YOMED.
Candy.
Yes,
Oh, okay,
please.
that's fine. So which institution?
Whole Technical University.
Oh, okay, so you're a university student.
Yes, please,
All
I
right, that's
am.
fine. So generally, there are a lot of things that people have said about mental health. I want to know what you think mental health is.
Okay, thank you so much for the opportunity. So, to me, I think mental health refers to the emotional, psychological, and mental well-being of an individual. It's an aspect of our life that cannot be taken out. In as much as people really do not pay attention to it, it's a very vital part of our health.
Oh,
Yes, please, basically.
that's great. So, as a student in school, do you feel that there are some things that make you struggle with your mental health,
A lot.
yourself or others?
A lot, speaking to friends and myself too, because stress from school. I'm personally a fashion design student,
Okay.
and so you go the workload and jangling with church and
Okay.
other social activities. You come back and the stress is so much emotionally. So I think we experience it. We experience it most of the time.
So, when you feel
Definitely.
stressed out, what do you do to help yourself?
I love colors, I love painting, anything creativity. So I realized that doing that keeps me calm.
Okay.
Yeah, so sometimes I sew
Oh,
or
okay.
listen to music aloud.
Okay.
Yeah, and sometimes most of the time to sleep.
Oh, okay.
So I wake up refreshed and take a cold shower as well.
Oh, okay.
Yes, please.
All right.
Yeah.
There have been reports of young people committing suicide, taking their own lives, and all that. Do you think that there are specific things that will make a young person go to the extent of taking their lives? Why should?
I I do I do think so because personally I've had friends that have they've had that thought
Okay.
because for people that are not educated or thought about this mental health, to them when they are going through it they think it's something bad, something evil, and do not even know the measures to put in place to control it. So I think they've had that thought and they just don't know how to manage it.
Okay.
Yes, I think so. That's why they have
Get to that
thoughts. They
point.
get to that point
Oh,
where they
okay.
want to commit
Okay.
suicide.
Do you think
Yes,
in
please.
our schools, I'm sure you went through primary, JHS,
Yes,
senior,
please.
and then the university now. Do you
Yeah.
think the schools have a structure that helps students to deal with their mental health
Not
issues?
at all.
Not at all.
Sincerely, not at all. Probably, maybe if you are graced enough, some teachers, when they come to class, they can, brief as. But personally, I can't tell how I got to know about mental health. But I think it was something I personally discovered.
Oh, okay.
Okay, not that I was taught, but I personally discovered it. And it would be really nice if it's incorporated in a syllabus or something.
Oh,
And teachers take time to properly teach students how to manage it, so they don't get to that point of committing suicide.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
but it's
interesting.
not so
So
much.
you think it should be part of the syllabus?
It
Something
it
should be
should
taught?
be a whole
Oh, okay.
course or program on its
Oh,
own.
okay.
That at least maybe from primary to junior high school they'll study it once or twice in a semester or in a term.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Okay.
it should really be like
That's
that.
fine. That's
Yes,
fine.
please.
Now, there are schools that have school counselors. I don't know whether
Yeah,
you've had any
yeah.
experience with a school counselor. How was it?
Oh, personally, I haven't. My university do have, but I really haven't. I know we are encouraged to go to them, but I've not really taken to. I've decided that I'll go to them, but then I end up not
Not
doing
going.
so. But I've not really stick to their service with regards to that. But then I know people that go to them.
Oh,
Yes, but I personally don't.
okay.
But then I advise that we do that.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So finally, what would you tell any young person who is struggling with their mental health? They are anxious, they are depressed. What do you think? What do you tell them to do?
Okay, so I just really want to tell them that what they are going through is normal,
Okay.
but then we should, educate ourselves and learn to, manage them so that we don't get to that point where we want to commit suicide. And that thought shouldn't even be something we should think of. And the God factor as well cannot be taken out. He helps us. He's the best solution to this whole mental health craziness and all of that. So we should seek advice as well and counseling. And when you are going through sad things, talk to someone trusted. Yes, please.
All
That's what
right,
I
sure.
can say.
So, Candy, thank you so much for
Thank you,
passing through.
sir. Thank you
I'm
for
grateful.
having me as
All
well.
right, sure.
Thank